Melanated glow, what you don't know, for the culture, for the people. Hey, let's go. All right, so welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're talking about drying out herbs and mainly Cerasee. So Cerasee grows inside of the yard, and a lot of people cut it out of the yard, especially in South Florida. Lawn people, they don't even know that it's herbs or what it's for. They think it's a nuisance, but a lot of the things that pop up in the yard, like Spanish needle and Cerasee, they actually come to bring us healing. And that's the whole purpose of it. And it's so beautiful how it grows. It'll climb up your gate. And it just has so many great medicinal properties inside of it. So talking about drying, I have little videos that I've done over time. But the one drying mechanism that I did not talk about is poking holes in a brown paper bag and putting it somewhere elevated so that air can circulate through and it can be able to dry out. Sometimes it takes 2 weeks, but you do want to make sure that no mold is growing. They're not right on top of each other. And they're pretty much dry before you put in there. You don't want moisture because they'll grow different things inside. So other than that, let's go on the Cerasee journey. I'll tell you one thing. I did a little taste test and it is bitter. But I'm going to let it get a little darker. Alright, so I am blending up some Cerasee. I use a coffee grinder to pretty much pulverize the leaves. I don't use the stems because I realize that when you try to do the stems, so just so you can see what I'm doing, I want to plug this. When you do the stems inside of the capsule, they don't blend up like all of the way. It doesn't hurt anything, but I tend to, over time, just want it to be powder. So after you dry out the Cerasee leaves, you just pretty much add it to the coffee grinder. And I also make sure that I fill it up as much as possible, because even when you fill it up, you still are not going to get like a lot of powder, but it's easier for it to like catch if it's full. If it's just a little bit, kind of like just move around in the inside and it's not really cutting it up really good. So I try to do it like that. And so this is the process right now. I'm going to throw these away after I'm finished and pretty much just get the leaves off so that I can pulverize it. So this is like full because it's like overflowing. So I just put the top on, squeeze it on, and then let the coffee grinder get all that good stuff. So while that's going, this is the third batch, and this is 2 batches in here. So if you can see, you don't get a lot of powder, so you definitely want to make sure it's full because you're not going to get a lot of powder. I'm going to show you what it looks like in a moment. Also, when you see the powder kind of like coagulating at the top of the lid, that is like true fine powder. So that lets me know that it's been grounded up very, very, very well. So this is probably going to be maybe 1 or 2, definitely at least 1 more thing full, but maybe even 2. And then I'll be finished with this batch of Cerasee. You can expect that to happen. In the inside, everything that's in the inside of there, that's like pure powder, and then everything else in there is grounded. And then I get my spoon and then I add it to what I have over here. All right, and this is what we have for 3 rounds full. Going on to the 4th round. All right. So we're about to make us some Cerasee capsules. It's another way to be able to take this goodness inside of the body to detox the body. And we're going to be using the capsule machine, which are these pieces, because I hand do pretty much everything. And I use veggie capsules. I'm not vegetarian, well, I'm vegan, but it's also about how it breaks down in the body. Sometimes we can get capsules that don't get broken down in the body, so whatever's in the inside of it doesn't get into the body like that. Okay, so the way this is made, let me move this to the side, is that you get each of the capsules and you open them up and you put one side on this side and one side on that side. So the bottom piece goes here and the top piece goes here. So I try to do it in a way where I know that I broke it up correctly, like I have the exact same amount. I try to fill it all the way up. It just works the best. You don't have to use the machine. If you're doing this at home, like the first way I started, I didn't have this machine. The first thing I did was get the capsule, get my hand, scoop it in, put the thing on top. And I did the scoop method. And you might not get it full all the way, but shoot, you get some in there, it's going to get in the body, and that's what's important. So, yeah, you don't have a capsule machine, just buy you some capsules, get you a bowl, and scoop that thing and top it off, and it gets in the body just as good. I'm all about the African way. We found all kind of ways to make it do what it do. A little extra little push down just to make sure it slides on in the best. You know, it's more effective to do it now than to worry about it later. You don't want to use metal really with scooping up your powder because it can pull the nutrients away. So I'm using plastic and I pretty much sprinkle. About to sprinkle it on top. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's okay if it's excess because I'm just going to put it back in there. Then I use a little card it comes with just to get it all filled in. Okay, I can show you. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but everything is smooth at the top. I'm just going to get this excess and put it back in there so I can continue to do so. And I'm going to put them together. Okay. Okay, now I get my top part. Put that thing on top. Actually, let me go ahead and use this. So this helps me to push it down just in case there's more space that's allowed in it. Mash it down and do another round. Make sure as much can fit as possible. Yeah, I'm glad I did that because pushing that down allowed me to add more, because you saw how just a minute ago it seemed like all of them were filled, but that was air also in them. So this little device comes in handy with pushing it down and then allowing you to put more. More Cerasee going into the body to clean. My body's been asking for cleansing lately. Natural detoxing and natural cleansing. I don't know if you know, but you get rid of mucus. Well, mucus breaks up in the body when you're doing like yoga and different activities. All of that stretching and those things that you hear in the inside is actually mucus breaking up, and so it should come out of the body. And that's why it's so important for us to detox and know our bodies. Like, oh, you know, you did a stretch, or you know, you got a massage, and you know that you are loosening a whole lot of stuff in there. That's why they say drink water after you get a massage and stuff like that, because it's so much stuff that has now got inside of the body. If you don't flush it out, it's going to find somewhere to go, and that defeats the purpose of getting massaged or loosening the stuff, because you want it to leave the body. You don't want it to stay in there and find another place to go. All right, so now it's time for me to make the capsule. So I push it down. And so I make sure before I loosen it that I do my extra due diligence because it's better to get it done the first time than to come back and have to do it again or have those issues. And then pull that out and bam! We got capsules. And this machine is so awesome that what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this at the top. And the capsules come out. Bam! So now I have nicely filled capsules. All right, I'm going to keep on doing it and see how many I fill up. And that's capsules, Cerasee capsules. All right, so here's the Cerasee tea. This is in dark in color. And this is pretty much the boiled down leaves of the Cerasee. I always take it with some lemon. I'm going to give kudos and love and admiration and all kind of positive, great vibrations for Miss Addie B, because I wouldn't know what Cerasee was, but growing up, she always believed in it cleaning out the body. And it's now that I'm able to save it inside of my yard that I have an extra love for it. So, yeah, I just came from Atlanta and I had some friends try it. And yes, it is bitter. And this is about 6 ounces. I'm not going to drink all of this, but I'll probably do about 2 ounces, see how much I can take, and then drink the lemon afterwards. Yeah, it was about 4 ounces, half a cup. That's good. You want to do it at one time. And yeah, taste that too. It opens up the bowel because it is bitter. But it is so cleansing and it is so good for you. So the lemon helps to take the taste out of the mouth. And you want to hit it all over the tongue because, yes, it is that bitter. Cheers. All right, so now we're going to talk about tinctures. I love tinctures. Tinctures are made, you can make it different ways, but the way I make it is with alcohol and distilled water. I know of a sister that makes hers with apple cider vinegar. And it pretty much is to soak out all of the essence of whatever leaves you want to put in it to get all those properties inside of it. And the greatest thing about these type of solutions is that alcohol gets inside of the bloodstream faster than a lot of other things. So it doesn't have to go through the digestive property to eliminate any of the nutrients. So it gets into the body. And you don't need a lot of it. Usually you take it in a dropper. So we're going to talk about this. This is a 1 ounce bottle. So this is how tinctures, 1 ounce, 2 ounce are typically made. And you let it sit in a dark place while you rotate it. Dr. Africa says to do it every day. So this is a Cerasee tincture, and it was started on 4/16/2020. Have some way that you want to label how long your tincture's been going. And so today we're going to see what it is like. You want to give it at least 6 weeks. This is about 2 months, so 8 weeks, and we're going to go ahead and see what this tincture is working with. So I'm going to go ahead and strain this out. And I rotate it and shake it up every day. And even though this is Cerasee, sometimes the tincture, even if it's made with a bitter leaf, sometimes the tincture doesn't come out the way it is. So we're about to see how this thing comes out. So here's the Cerasee tincture. Oh, you can see that color. That's from the Cerasee. So you pretty much fill the jar up with the leaves that you want to use. I'll get all the rest of that out in a moment. And then top it off. So, of course, you need a lot. So, now that I strained that off, you can see this is just like when you're taking Cerasee, that the liquid can get a little dark. Same thing here. So with tinctures, if this is too bitter, and we're about to see, so I'm not going to fill it all the way up to the top. You can mix it with other already made tinctures. It's not good to put different leaves in the same one, but if I have two of them that's already made, because you'll know if you need to put in more time just by the look of it. I know this doesn't need any more time. So let's see how this goes. All right. All right. That was real. um, yeah, that was real. I can't say that it's less. It's a little bitter, but it's not bad. I can still taste it though. Kind of like when you take in Cerasee, the actual juice, I can still taste that. Um, but I know it's doing great things to the body. So bitterness opens up the bowel. So I know that that's being open right now, and I feel that one. I think I'm gonna like it with some lemongrass in it though. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on that tincture to blend it up before it becomes a thing. Cause that it's a little strong. It's cleansing, but it's strong. All right, so the capsule. I love capsules for people that don't like the taste of different things in their body. So, and you want the minerals to go inside of the body. But once again, the bitterness hitting the tongue is a beautiful thing. It's releasing the bowel in the body. So we're talking about bowel, because Cerasee is bitter. So let's talk about the bowel. Let's talk about the liver. Let's talk about the excretions and the toxins leaving. So yeah, this shouldn't be like nothing. It's a capsule. So once again, veggie capsules, so that it does no gelatin anything. This is just water. No need for lemon. I'll just drink the rest of this water just to flush it down my body. But yeah, capsules are easy.